Hi, I'm Mike Brooks, and this one here is going to be an October Caddis. It's just a local pattern that we use here, and it's very flexible. You can do just about anything you want. What I'm doing is I make the tail out of kind of reddish dyed golden pheasant crest fibers. You can use red hackle fibers or just about anything else for that tail. And what I'm doing is I'm making the butt to this fly out of flat gold tinsel, and I put the wraps right next to each other. So that it's fairly smooth. I'm going to take a crest feather, and you see how this thing swings to the side. You got a choice at this point in time. You can just kind of take your fingers like this, hold it flat, run it across here, and what will happen is it'll bend the way you want it, wet it, and it'll stay there. You now have a straightened golden pheasant crest for a tail. Rib can be nothing at all, or oval or flat gold tinsel. I'm using flat holographic tinsel just because I have some here and I actually like the way it looks. This body, I'm using some kind of a synthetic seal fur here. I mix up various colors of this stuff and keep it in baggies. It's just simply, it's available from the Caddis fly here. You dub a really thin body. And I like kind of a hot orange color like this. And then you want to rib that English style, 5 turns of tinsel. I'm using gold, flat. You want them evenly spaced. And a way to achieve that, by the way, is you hold the tinsel at the same angle from the hook as you're going forward. And you can kind of see where it's going because you're holding it way out there. And you can come up with pretty close to perfect ribbing every single time. See that? And it's really easy. Now, for the hackle, you can use anything you want. You can use blue-eared pheasant, which makes a nice spade type hackle. You can use wood duck. You can use old-fashioned shoveler duck if you can find it. This is one of my favorites. If you have a friend who's a duck hunter, have them go out there and shoot you a bunch of mud ducks because the feathers are worth their weight in gold. But we're just going to use wood duck. You want something that's just kind of a brownish color, kind of subdued. And as usual with waterfowl feathers, when I'm using them for hackling, I take the tip, kind of brush the fibers back, like so, and cut it off. And I fold that little nubbin back and tie it under. And again, you want each wrap of hackle in front of the other. Never, never, never on top of each other. You make a turn, pull the fibers back, come underneath where you've pinched it, make another turn, pull those fibers back, just like that. Really simple. And you can do that with any kind of a hackle. When I see people folding the hackle over their knuckle or whatever, I always wonder why they're going to all the trouble. I'm going to dampen my fingers slightly. Fold that away from the top of the hook. And the wing, as simple as can be, it's just going to be bronze mallard. And I kind of prepared these two pieces. And what you want to do with this bronze mallard, if you get it, is everybody tends to go for the really long colored feathers way up here. You don't want those. You just pull away the fluff so you get the short stuff with the white butts that's clingy. And that's what I'm doing here. And you do that because it marries to itself really well. And the stuff with a lot of brown in it doesn't marry for beans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 slips from that feather. I'm going to lay one right on top of this hook, like so. And you can see it here. I'm folding it right over the middle. So it's tenting, like that. I'm going to take the other piece, exact same with the feather, but it's from the opposite side, so its tip goes down.
Different feather, right?
Yeah, it's a different feather. One has the tips going one way, the other has the tips going the other way. And I'll show you that real quick here. And then I'm going to roof that on. Now I'm just going to hold it in place with 2 turns of thread here and show you what you're looking at. See how it's kind of folded over the top like this? Downville thread, counterspin it till it goes flat over your fingernail. Just kind of hold it like that. You can see it when it goes flat. It's because all the fibers are lined up with each other. Mix for a nice, neat, small head. Like so. And we're done.